Hi, my name's Jalaire Terry, and I would like to share with you my philosophy of education. I first need to give credit to two amazing individuals that I really feel helped mold me into the person that I am today. The first person that I'd like to give gratitude to is to my mother. Um, I was raised in a very fun and exciting and happy home. My mother knew how to make magic happen. I've always said my mother and Walt Disney must be related because they have so much in common. They're both innovative thinkers, they're both super creative, and they bring magic to life. The second person I'd love to give credit to is my third grade elementary teacher, Miss Shirlene White. She was amazing. She loved to teach. And you know what? From the very first day that I was in her classroom, I knew she loved to teach, and I loved her to teach me. And all I could think was, someday I want to be like my third grade teacher, and I want to be amazing at teaching other children. So, with that behind me, I want to share a thought by Nelson Mandela. He once said, education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. Well, if education is going to change the world, then it needs to start in each teacher's individual classroom. I need when those children come walking through that doorway to know that they are unique. No one else is just like them, and I love their uniqueness. I need them to know that they are of worth just the way they are. I feel in a classroom that it has to be a stimulating educational environment. If it is boring and not engaging, you are going to lose so much teaching time to children that are dreaming of doing other things other than learning your classroom. It is so important why children are in my classroom that they are growing physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, and academically. That is a lot to keep track of each child as they are in your classroom. But if every one of those areas are functioning and working properly, that child is going to have a great year of growth in so many areas. I have to meet the children where I can see that they have their potential. I need to meet the kids where they're at, but I need to give them a vision of the greatness that I see inside each one of them. So I have to set goals with the children, and they're going to have to see me setting goals for myself. And then we're going to be accountable to try to achieve those. I want the children to learn. I want every child to learn. I want the children that are gifted and talented. I want the children that are mentally challenged or learning disabled or developmentally delayed. I want them to know you can learn, but your learning journey might look different than the other kids that are around you. And you may have to learn to work hard, but that is okay. Because if we do that, we become lifelong learners. I want the kids to be active participants, whether it's through facial gestures, whether it's through hand raising, whether it's through writing papers, taking formative assessments, doing items on the computer to let me know that they are engaged with me. I have to have active participation because that means they'll go home and they will say, I have learned today. I need to give timely feedback to all of my children. That is why formative assessments are so important. If children don't know how well they are at progressing in a certain curriculum area, then they will consider themselves failing. They will not take the higher end and saying, I'm doing just fine. So I need to talk to the kids and give them good feedback on how they can improve, or hoorah, you made it. You did a great job. I need to have structure in my classroom. I have never met a student in my 18 years of teaching that wants to be in charge. truly deep within their souls, they would love to do things and lead out in the classroom, but they always want to know that that teacher is going to hold some tight parameters and create a safe, loving environment for everyone to thrive in. And I need to make sure that I have many tools and resources that will benefit the children today and in their future. Technology is a vital part of my teaching every single day. I too am going to have to become very confident in what I'm teaching in technology, because then that will be passed on to the children. I also need to have a strong PLC within my school and within the World Wide Web, so that I can lean on individuals that have greatness in education, and they will be willing to share that greatness with me. Probably one of the greatest and most amazing things happened this year in my classroom. I have a boy that I have been told that he is noisy and loud, but this is what he does every few days in my classroom. And he'll say to the whole class in the middle of my instruction, "Class, or everyone, raise your hand if you love Mrs. Terry." It always takes me by surprise, and the kids start to raise their hands, and I'll say, "Well, thank you. I love each one of you too. Okay, we got to keep learning." That's the best part of teaching, is when children love what they're doing so much, they have to express it. As you can tell, I am proud to be a teacher. I was born to teach. I'm grateful for this privilege and opportunity. My name is Jalaire Terry. Thank you for listening to my philosophy of education.